Hi guys, All About Briars here. Yesterday was Gold Country Model Horse Show, and I'm going to be showing you all of my placings from that show. It was placed 4th through 1st, and I only bought 3 horses, so I'm going to start with the horse I bought that didn't place. This is a 2013 Lusitano. He came out last year, and I didn't really like him when he first came out. I saw this guy for $25, and I was like, you know what, I should just buy him. I really like his subtle dappling. Like, I don't like the out there dappling on this mold as much, so yeah. He didn't place. He showed in Spanish, but he didn't place, so yeah. I wish he did, but that's okay. I showed in the novice division, so they gave all of the novice showers a crazy color crazy stablemate, and I picked the blue one, and me and Briar Horse Letter 1342 were obsessing over the bubbles inside of it. Yeah, so I ended up showing him in the unrealistic class, and he got a 4th place, and his name is so original. It's Blue. Isn't that like the best name ever? He's really cute though. Then in the thoroughbred class, my little stablemate Ithaca actually got a 4th place. This class had a lot of good horses, a lot of ruffians in it, and there weren't many minis. I think there were 2 minis in it. Both were mine. And he had a really good reference, so I think that's probably why he got a 4th. Tango got a 4th also. I was really proud of her. She showed in the other light class, but the judge said she didn't like her tail, and there was not much left, so that's why she placed her a 4th. The 3rd through 1st were Mararis, so. Now moving on to 3rds, which I got 6 of. Clove was my first 3rd of the day. So she showed in part Arabian and Arabians, which they ended up splitting. So she just got a 3rd in part Arabian. She had a good reference, so I think that's probably part of the reason. But she was really cute. She was not the only smoke in that class either. Now for this guy was in sport and carriage ponies. I'm sorry I couldn't pronounce that there. I don't know why. He was my only pony placing of the day, but I was very proud of him. I didn't expect him to place because he has a rub on the inside of his leg, but I was impressed when he got a 3rd. The next 3rd I got was won by Colin. He showed in other stock, and she didn't really place many on this mold. She said she didn't like its tail, but again, it was all she had left, so that's why he got a 3rd, and he had a great reference. So, and then in other sport, my Animal Kingdom, which is Sam, he got a 3rd also. I was really proud of him. There were only 4 horses in the class, and he's not really like the most out there model, but she said that this was the first one she's like seen in person. So it's the first Sam that she's seen in person. Next 3rd was won by Swag Monster. I think he beat out the other Esprits in his class. I'm not sure. He had a really nice reference though, so I think that probably had something to do with him placing, and I was supposed to get him fixed. As you can see, he has like Sharpie on his tail because he has tail rubs, but he still placed with the tail rubs. He showed in Spanish. Then my Maverick placed a 3rd in carriage. I was so happy. I wish he placed better, but I can't really complain because I think he beat out all of the other limericks. So I was very proud. She had to have her daughter to help her, her daughter was the one that sold me this horse, so I don't know if she recognized him or not, because there were a few other in that class. Now for seconds, I got 5 seconds. One of the very first placings of the day was It's in the Blood. He had dropped him before I was going to show him, so I just wasn't going to show him, but I decided to throw him in other foals, and he got a 2nd. The next guy that got a 2nd was my new horse, Finnick. He is so pretty. I really love him. I got him for $45, and he's just absolutely gorgeous. So I tried to show him in the Appaloosa class because I couldn't think of a better breed for him. And he didn't place. She actually turned his card over and said I had to show him in unrealistic. So I showed him in unrealistic, and he got a 2nd. This horse completely shocked me. This is Aurora. In the Warmbuds class, which was a pretty big class, she got a 2nd. Like, she was really looking over her. I think the first place got a 1st. It was a glossy GG. I was just shocked because look at this horse. She's not, I don't really like her, but she actually got a 2nd, so I was just thrilled. The next horse that got a second is Blood Rain. This guy hasn't placed in 6 years. That's why the old owner sold him. So I was really wanting to get him to place in Thoroughbred. So I showed him in Thoroughbred, which was big class, and I got him a good reference. And she said she really liked him, so she gave him a second, and I was super happy about that. We're gonna move over here just for a minute, cause yeah. So my other horses are. The next second I got was won by Twizzle. I love Twizzle. He has really nice dappling and stuff. It was really sad, though, because a Tagar Journeyman won first, and then he won reserve. Then he won champion of the division, and then he won overall champion. And I was really sad. I wish it was mine, but she said he didn't place first because he has that little mold. It cut me off. Anyway, I was really proud of him that he even placed, because that was a really big class, because there was definitely over 9 horses in it, because I showed 9 horses in it. So yeah. The next placing, now we're moving on to first, actually. I got 3 firsts. So Dash for Cash was my very first placing of the day. I showed him in stock fulls, and he got a first. I was so proud. He went back for callbacks, but he didn't get anything. So that's alright. I was just so proud of him. This is his 4th first. I'm so proud of him, like I said before. Then this was my second placing of the day, 2nd or 3rd. In performance, which I've never shown in before. It was custom performance, so I had this custom that I did. It was just a simple black. I put Noelle's costume on her, and I showed her in performance, and she beat out like 2 or 3 other horses, and she actually got a 1st place in a Nana card. I was just so proud of her. Woo! Yay, I got a 1st with a custom by me. That's kind of awesome. Now, for my biggest placing of the day, it was my Rescue $10 Peter Stone Arabian. I bought this guy at my last show for $10. He had a huge rub on his tail, so I got him fixed for $5. And I showed him an Arabian with a reference, and he got a 1st, and I was like freaking out. So she spent most of this time judging, looking at him, and there's this beautiful black with gray shading. It had his Peter Stone Arabian, ears pinned, and windswept tail. I was like, oh my god, I'm so gonna lose. And when she placed the ribbon down next to him, I was like, oh my god, I beat that windswept Arabian. I was so happy. Then in callbacks, it was 1st and 2nd, so that other Arabian was there, and I was like, oh no. And she spent 10 minutes judging callbacks, and she looked at him for maybe 5 minutes, or at least 3 minutes, because it was a long time. So she really looked over him like she was looking for a flaw. And when she placed down the champion, I was so excited. I thought this one was the reserve champion. So when she placed it down, I was like, oh my god, I got reserve. And then I saw that I actually got the champion, and I was just freaking out. Sadly, he didn't win overall anything, but I'm just so proud of him because I paid $15 for him, and he just won a champion. So yeah, that's all my placings. I got a lot of placings this time, and I'm so happy. My next show might be in April. I'm going to see if I can go. I hope I can go because it's going to be fun. I would probably be showing in youth again. But yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe.